afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're all set with what is going to be match 9 of Group E in the ongoing 77th NFC Santosh Trophy. We have services colliding with Pondicherry at the GNDU Sports Complex. We have our dignitaries walking out to the center to quickly exchange the pleasantries with the players. At the moment, the team is with the dignitaries are with Pondicherry. Before they arrive now to services for the top teams of the tournament. Both the sides are a pretty star-studded unit. They're very well built, and they are, of course, well oiled as well, well coached, experienced players coming on the likes of services. Now the two players just quickly shaking hands before they head into war against each other. The match officials, referees Mr. Shubhankar Das, Manoj Kumar Sau, and Shukanta Devnath are the linesmen, wherein Lalit Singh Rawat is the match official. So obviously a lot will rely on them as well. The match commissioner, Mr. Kuzikot Parameshwaran Ravindran. And it's going to be me, Rohit, who will take you through the upcoming pulsating 90 minutes of action. The two captains amongst us leading the lines of Pondicherry is Rajesh, wherein leading the lines of services is P. Christopher Kame. We'll quickly try and introduce you to the sides. Both the teams for services, it has been a grand start to the tournament. For Pondicherry, though, they will have to work their way out. At the moment, they just have a solitary point from the two teams that they have played. Starting 11 for services, Pradeep Kumar, Zothan Puya, Vijay Zay, Pri Christopher Kame, the captain, Boynaw Singh, Usham Robinson Singh, Tincham Vidyasagar Singh, Shafil PP, Rahul Ramakrishnan, Samir Murmu, and Syed Bin Abdul Qadir under the woodwork. And they are playing under Mr. Govindaraju Ramachandran. For Pondicherry, we have the likes of Shiva Subramaniam, the goalkeeper, Surya Prakash, Samson RM, Pritin Nasik, Rajesh, the skipper, Nandu Dilip, Vinite, Sharif KK, Manish Kumar M, P. Elavarasan, Kathir, and they are playing under Mr. N. Narayan Murthy. The subs for both the sides, the services, we've got the likes of Rolu Apuya, Vivekananda Sagairaj, Somesh Kuthari, Vikash Thapa, Samshed Singh, Jijo Jaron, Samananda Singh, Lethal and Kongsai, Jijo F, Shubham Rana, Robert Sana, the goalkeeper. For Pondicherry, Kishore, the goalkeeper, John Paul, Venkatesh, Santosh, V. Balakrishnan, Harivasan, Santosh, Naveen, Ashok Kumar, M. Shivakrishna, and Mohan Kumar. And we are underway here at the GNDU Sports Complex. And it is services who gets us underway. On your frame from the right to the left, attacking in their signature trademark white is services, wherein on your frame attacking from the left to the right in their signature maroon is Pondicherry. Talking about the tournament so far, Services have played two games and have won both of them, where in Pondicherry they started off with a draw and then went down
Yes, team. Jersey number one. Four,
pretty
three,
drastic manner. Services all the way
nine,
from the right comes in with the cross. Eventually,
11,
that'll go out of play.
13, 15,
As far as the previous game stands, Services
25.
started with a 2-1 victory against Mizoram, followed by another 3-0 victory against Sikkim. Pondicherry shared the spoils of war against DNH and DND, wherein then going on to lose against Uttarakhand by a crushing 7-1 margin. So obviously for both the sides, a lot will have to be built around their midfield. They've got an extremely well-oiled unit steering that engine room. And coming once again from the right for the second time, nicely done. Back flick, there comes the cross, slightly overpowered. That will go out of play. Early intent here from Services. You need to be very careful on the wings of Services. They can be very, very dangerous. You give them an iota of space, and they'll consume you like a conflagration. Talk about midfield, talk about their strength. You've got the like Services as Boinao Singh, Usham Robinson Singh, Vidyasagar Singh, a very experienced player, has played for bigger clubs, and definitely the likes of Shafil PP as well. Rahul Ramakrishnan, he can very well interchange himself. He can drop back if needed. He can come up as a forward. So you can ask him to play the role of a withdrawal forward as well. And at the same time, he's an excellent finisher. Wherein for Pondicherry, the likes of Nando Dilip, Vinite, Sharif KK, they're very good players. Kritin Ashik as well at times comes up into the midfield, bridges the gap between the defense and the attacking unit. So yes, they've got a wonderful quartet out in the center. One major change for Pondicherry in this game is that their goalkeeper has been changed. We'll get back to that. At the moment, Services had an opportunity to try and cross from the right. That's for the third time today. They've tried to use the right wing. It looks like a buzzing hub. It looks like a buzzing hub of activities altogether. It's trying to keep things under control, trying to make or draw early blood. Here's a throw in favor of Pondicherry now. Surya Prakash with that. Surya Prakash plays it back and that's steered forward. That's a lovely ball onto the far right. Looks like the captain Rajesh is trying to control that. Plays it back to P. Elavarasan. And while he was trying to cross the ball, Services do an excellent work there and eventually clear their lines. Nicely put there. Once again, Surya Prakash trying to control the ball, trying to body shield it. And it looks like Services definitely will have the final say as they get the ball out of play. Boy now Singh with the throw. Now the square pass straight to the player out in the center who's further steered it towards the right. That's a long ball. This can be trouble here. Services on the ball. We'll have to wait and watch what should be the referee's decision. He's given a foul. Now, whether that's inside the box or just outside it, that should be the main call. It clearly looked that there was a push from behind. Well, it looks that it's just outside the box. So it's going to be a free kick just at the cusp of the free kick, just at the cusp of the D box. So trouble straight away for Pondicherry. And once again, it's that right wing that's proved to be a live wire, that's proved to be a blazing fire path altogether. We can see their skipper, Christopher Kamei, waiting on the ball. And alongside him, it most likely is going to be Vidyasagar Singh. Yes, it is. We'll have to wait and watch who goes for the free kick. It looks like it can be both, but Vidyasagar Singh will probably be the one to go for it. No, it's the skipper. What a stunning save. That was a sensational shot there from Christopher Kamei, somebody who's experienced, to try and get them curling in towards the goal. But a very, very good watch there from S. Shiva Subramaniam. throwing his body to the left. Now nicely receives there. Opportunity knocking on the doors. There comes the cross. Can be a goal there. There was Zotan Puya onto the far left. Only he could have kept his shot down. It could have been trouble straight away there for Pondicherry. They are leaving dangerously right now, almost teetering along the fringes of madness. And the services right now all over the place. They're trying to build an early move, trying to knit together that early lead that will allow them to try and dart forward. Here's a chance for Pondicherry though. Nice good run there from Sharif KK. It has been intercepted. And now Rahul Ramakrishnan plays it back to their own defense. Tries to control that. A bit of a hold up. The ground looks to be in a much better condition than the other day. It was all muddy. The ball was getting stuck. Players at the risk of getting injured. Now the square pass, trying to control that. The first touch let Vijay down there. And now the ball's back with Pondicherry once again. Plays it towards the far right. However, that will only fall at the feet of Services, who does well to keep the ball in control. Usham Robin Singh with the ball now. And he chips it forward, trying to create another opportunity into the galloping stride of the player on the far right. There comes a lovely grounder. There comes the chance. Unfortunately, all he can do is just rattle it against the defender. The referee's blown the whistle. It looks like he'll need some treatment. The goalkeeper, Shiva Subramaniam, he's asking for a card. It's highly unlikely because he clearly went for the ball. Upon the Services player also trying to explain himself as well. And it was Kathir who went down and is back up on his feet as well. And there comes the goal kick, landed forward, Shiva Subramaniam. Short grounded passes. Knits it to the far right. Tries to keep it under control. Chips it even further forward, but definitely they're not going to make a run. For if they did, that was definitely going to be an offside. So controlling that run, saving their legs, saving their energy. There's a chance for Services to try and break down the central channel. P. Kamei was on the ball now. That was quite a ninja way to try and get the ball. Almost felt like one of those WWE wrestlers called Shawn Michaels going for that sweet chin music. But at the end of the day, what matters is that the ball, the danger has been cleared. It's going to be a throw in here in favor of Pondicherry. They're playing a lot positive football today, a lot more positive football than what they did the last game. But the problem isn't out here in how they play in the first half. It's usually the second half that's proved to be their unraveling. Even in the last game, they were pretty decent in the first half, where they went down 7-1 against Uttarakhand. But the problem started arising in the second. Their defense completely disintegrated, kind of evaporated altogether. There's another long ball trying to control that. Does well to cut back in, looking for space. There comes the cross. Christopher wanted to go for a false chance. Eventually, that ball will reach to Boinao Singh onto the far left. And now Christopher Kamei has come all the way. Unfortunately, he fails to control. That goes out for a throw. Here comes another long ball there from services, trying to control that. Nicely chested down. However, that has gone away from services, and now Pondicherry trying to drive through their rear guard with utmost precision. Keeps the ball at their feet. Not really the best of passes. This is where Pondicherry will have to really improve themselves. All right, that push was so very unnecessary. Clearly saw there was a bit of push out on his back, kind of unloaded the entire shoulder out there. But at the end of the day, we need to also understand that, I mean, when you're without the ball, it's better to avoid such pushes out there. Pondicherry almost sniffing out dangers on the water, wanted to bomb forward. Nonetheless, Vijay passes it out to the far right. Services still has the ball. Now to Rosham Robinson. Back to Vijay. Vijay plays it far behind. Now towards the left. Tries to control the ball. Here's another lovely cheeky through ball. Well received. Goal scoring chance. Shot blocked. Services right now breathing fire here on the Pondicherry defensive unit. And Pondicherry is somehow playing out a sensational brand of defense. Boy now saying keeps the ball in play. That will be a free kick. He clearly had the ball away from him, and Pondicherry eventually fell out for the trap. In fact, that's going to be a yellow card. It's an earnest request to try and not show the yellow card here from Rajesh, the skipper. He says, I didn't want to go for it. It's just that I'd already committed. They're almost imploring the referee, but once that card is out, that will be shown, Rajesh. It's all right. You can try and get things better, but the problem out here is once you're booked this early in the game, then you come up into a bit of a shell. Then you kind of think about how you can go ahead and control your game and not really go for those rash tackles, because that can cost you dearly. It's a captain, P. Christopher Kamei, with that free kick, sends it to the far left, headed away to safety. Nicely received once again. Does well this time. Services tries to connect the ball. Wonderfully laid on to the far right. There comes the cross. Goal scoring opportunity. Barely clawed away out of the danger zone there. Services could have got their noses ahead. This was the closest that they have come to scoring. But they couldn't really get a grip on the ball. The Pondicherry defense kept their nerves under the pump and successfully got the ball out, traded it away for a corner. Another chip, another direct chance to try and get the ball into the back of the net. But then that was always going away. Here comes another long goal kick. Tries to control that. Services bombing all the way from the left. Now plays it onto the far left again. Another opportunity. Cross comes floating in. And it looks like Services is increasing their numbers up front slowly. And that numerical superiority up front can prove to be the unraveling of the Pondicherry if they are not careful enough. But at the same time, they are also sniffing out that the fact that Services is already upping the numbers ahead, they'll also get their openings. And now Pondicherry was on the tryout to try and receive or to try and get hold of the ball and try and surge all the way from the right. Well, in another glimpse, at the moment in the GNDU complex, if one ground is being used for the ongoing Santosh Trophy fixture, the other ground is where youngsters are also playing cricket in a competitive matchup. That's a nice ball. Can't Services receive that? It's never going to be easy. Well done there by the Pondicherry defense. Kept things under control and continuously challenged services. Trying their very best. And now latching, keeping the ball at their feet. Leads it to the far right. Chips it further forward. It looks like services will get hold of it. It's Vidyasagar Singh on the ball. Lays it back further. Boinao Singh on it now. Boinao to Christopher Kamei. Here's a chance for Vijay. Smashes it into the back of the net. Opening and the first goal for services. This is what relentless attacks do. Unsparing aggression, consistency in terms of their thoughts, and eventually a picture perfect placement. A brilliant finish to send services surging up. Time and time again, the Pondicherry defense has come good. Well, that replay is after the goal has happened, so don't bother there. But that was a wonderful pass from the right, nicely received, and sensationally tucked back home. Here comes another ball once again and played it straight back to the goalkeeper now. Here comes another long ball. And that's gone out of throw, and that's gone out for a throw as well. A long throw taken in by Pondicherry. It's going to be a throw in here in favor of services now. Plays it back. Does well. And now Boinao Singh, who knits it further forward. The captain, Christopher Kamei, tries to latch onto it. And it has been traded away for a corner. They'll take their time there, services. It's the captain himself for the corner. Floats it into the mix, could have been danger there. However, it eludes the first attacker. That was the fourth corner for services. It's a free kick now in favor of Pondicherry. They have looked solid in terms of defense for sure. Their midfield has been decent as well. And now trying to build something from the left. Chips it further forward, however, intercepted well by services. And the referee says, play on. Coming all the way from the right once again. That right wing has been the Pandora's box that has been pried open by services. Pondicherry has time and time again struggled from that exact same wing. And unless they are able to figure out how to get the better of the incessant attacks, and now all the way floating in from the right, controls it well enough. There comes the cross. Repelled away. Danger still not over though. The services are famished right now. They'll get another corner. That'll be the fifth corner of the day so far. 20 minutes and 5 corners already. Tells you volumes about their domination so far. In fact, imperious domination. Pondicherry is barely clawing things away. Nicely sent back. That's a lovely one too. Boinao Singh tries to connect. He keeps the ball at his feet by the time he could actually get for the cross. That is where it all went slightly wobbly. Here's an opportunity, but sends it way back to the goalkeeper there, Syed bin Abdul Qadir. And now Pondicherry almost finding an opening for themselves. Lays it down into the stride. A shot can come floating in. Nicely controls it. But eventually the grounder that comes out, that isn't really the best of chances. There could have been a lot more power, a lot more sting. And the referee says, yes, that's all right. We can keep on going. It looked to be a pretty hard push. Nicely chipped forward once again in the stride of the galloping player. Oh my word, the goalkeeper's made a hash of affairs and pays a very heavy price. Shiva Subramaniam coming out all the way, eventually plays it into the stride of the services player. And he very wonderfully collects it and very calmly nudges it home. It looks like it's Samir Murmu who's got services the second goal of the afternoon. And Pondicherry suddenly at the receiving end of madness once again. All their resolve is snapped. And at the moment, services are leading this madness, are leading the cavalcade of goals here. Sensational start to this game. Just what you would expect in a matchup like this from a team of services like this. They are a team that will not easily go down for sure. And when you give them the lead, they will destroy you. Another nice pass onto the far right. Services tries to connect onto that. And that's gone out of play. It was Rahul Ramakrishnan with the goal. So apologies, it's not Samir Murmu. Ever since Rajesh has been shown that yellow card, I believe the team has somewhat gone into a shell. Ideally, yellow card shouldn't be phasing you too much. Nicely done, brings it back. Here comes another long ball, wonderfully weighed, picture perfect precision, received, and now comes the cross, which is slightly overpowered. That'll go out of play. That was an excellent delivery, to be honest. Could have been chaos once again. Pondicherry sends it downtown here. So many questions altogether. Does well in services, however, intercepts. And now squares off the player onto the central channel. It's the captain, Christopher Kamei, who plays it back further to the right. It's once again Rahul with the ball. Controls that, lays it back. There comes the shot! And flashes it agonizingly wide. Well, at the moment, Pondicherry is really having trouble trying to control, trying to throw blockades onto that right wing. It feels like that right wing doesn't know how to stop. It's bustling at the moment. It's buzzing with all the services players. Every single time services has taken a stride onto that far right, Pondicherry's defense has started shaking in terror. Boynau Singh with the throw. Plays it back to Zotampuya. Zotampuya steers it to the central channel. Now Vijay on the ball. Vijay got the opening goal of the day. Back to Zotampuya. Zotampuya sends it forward onto the far left. Boynau Singh trying to control the ball. Does well, but by the time he could take it on the turn, get the cross in position for the finish to happen, that has gone out of play. Now into the stride of the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper in turn sends the ball in the stride of Mahesh Kumar. And now back to Mahesh Kumar once again. Sends it forward. Nicely received. Now the captain, Christopher Kamei. Acres of space ahead of services. Does well to keep the ball under control there. Vidyasagar Singh, who sends it back. Could have been a better shot. It was the captain himself. Could have powered the ball into the back of the net. It was slightly tricky there. Look at this once again. I think Christopher wasn't really expecting the shot, expecting the cross to come to him so quickly. But once again, you need to be always on your toes. You need to be always knocking on the doors. Here's a chance. Vidyasagar Singh coming all the way here. And surprisingly, the goalkeeper wanted to clear things away. And it looks like it's gone out for a corner, but he'll need some treatment here. I think he's taken a blow out there onto his calf muscle. And it's a corner. It's once again Christopher. And kind of overpowers it. That was a sensational header. Despite the corner being slightly off the charts, that could have definitely gone in if you would have placed the header on target. That was quite a substantial header. Now service is coming all the way from the left again. However, we'll lose possession there. Sharif KK can run forward. And he sends the ball further downtown. It looks like Rajesh, the skipper, is on the ball, but that'll go out of play before Rajesh can try and latch onto it. So a goal kick here in favour of services. Syed bin Abdul Qadir, the goalkeeper for services. And now Usham Robinson Singh plays it to the far left. Boynau Singh on the ball, who steers it forward to Christopher. Christopher couldn't really control it. The first touch letting Christopher down. And now Vijay doing a decent job. Back to Christopher once again. Well, Christopher makes a hash of affairs. Gives the ball away to Sharif KK. But services do an excellent job of controlling the ball. Back to Christopher once again. And now to now to Zotan Puya. To Vijay. Not really the best of passes here. A bit of missed passes, allowing Pondicherry to get themselves back in the hunt. Here's a chance for Pondicherry now. P. Elavarasan with the ball. Trying to get that cross in. He's got space ahead of him. There comes the cross. That took a sharp deflection and will result into the first corner of the afternoon for Pondicherry. They get it in the half an hour mark. However, before the corner is taken, it looks like the referee has asked the players to take the drinks break. It is extremely hot out here at the JNDU Sports Complex. It's in Amritsar, Punjab, so obviously it's important that the players remain well hydrated because it can be a taxing experience for all of them. And it's good to see that the players are back on the ground. It's going to be a corner here. Corner in favor of Pondicherry, as we mentioned, the first corner of the day for the men in maroon. It's going to be P. Elevadison with the corner. He floats it into the mix, somewhat overpowers that. Received onto the far left, looking around for shooting space. But to be honest, Krithi Nasik could have done better than that. Kind of made controlling the ball extremely difficult. Vijay on the ball now, plays it back. Onto the far right. Shafil PP was on the ball now. And now Zotan Puya. He's done a pretty decent job out in that central defensive pair. Now to Christopher Kamei, who's manning that left wing very efficiently. There comes another cross, another opportunity for services. The goalkeeper, Subramaniam, he's once again made a hash of affair. There comes the cross. The Pondicherry defender standing tall. And that's a brilliant piece of work done by Samson RM. Had it not been for him, a services player was lurking right behind him, breathing on his neck. Had he not cleared the ball, it would have been another goal, or a potential goal scoring opportunity, if you would like to say that. Vidyasagar Singh on the corner, floats that into the mix, headed away almost to the back of the net. Once again, a timely interception there by Pondicherry averts the downfall of their citadel. This is good defending from Pondicherry, but they'll have to be careful. Those free headers shouldn't be coming in the first place. Forget defending. And now services looking around for space. There comes the cross. Goes for a glancing header, but denied. Didn't really reach the ball here. And by the time Pondicherry could control it, that's gone out of play. It looks like it's going to be Boynau Singh with the throw. Nice 1-2 here. At the moment, Usam Robinson Singh has also joined the party. He's come a long way. That's not the best of balls. Robinson Singh couldn't really capture that. But excellent work here by Zotan Puya, who's come a long way up. And now looking for help. Eventually will get a corner for his team. That is sensational football. That's taking a lot of workload on your shoulders. You know the drill, that you have to squeeze your heart and soul out. Pondicherry somewhat on the trail right now. At the moment, they are really struggling. There comes the corner. There comes another header. Defended well. Was it a Pondicherry defender or was it the woodwork? We'll have to show you. Looks like it's a woodwork actually. It is the woodwork. So the goalkeeper was beaten had the ball been on target. He was way late to arrive. That's another nice long ball. Christopher Kamei on it. He sends the corner. He sends a cross rather. Apologies. Into the mix. There comes opportunity. Takes a bit too long. But the goal will come nonetheless. This is abysmal defending from Pondicherry. They simply came undone. And it looks like it's Samir Murmu finally who finds the back of the net. We'll have to see whether it's Samir or Rahul. It wasn't really easy to make it out from this much of a distance, but that goal was all about placement. Yeah, Rahul lays it down into the path of Samir. And look at how calmly he finishes. There were 3 defenders ahead of him. You're playing in the Santosh Trophy. The bare minimum sense is you get your foot into the stride of the ball. You don't do that. You do not stop a goal. That was Samir Murmu indeed. And Rahul Ramakrishnan returning the favor. And services come once again knocking on the doors. There comes, well, a bit of an extra touch. I think the goalkeeper must have also got his visit. No, it's just that extra touch. That proved to be slightly heavy here for Pondicherry. For services, rather, apologies. Could very well have been the fourth goal of the afternoon. Kathir with that goal kick. And that goes out of play. Throw in favor of services. Yeah, Boy now Singh. Does well. All the way back to Zotan Puya. Controls the ball and sends it onto the far left. Trying their very best to control that. It's not going to be. There's another long throw. And the flag's gone up. So that is going to be free kick here. There's a chance for Pondicherry to try and steer that. Another long ball, another goal kick rather, played forward, received well. It's now Sham Robinson Singh back to Boy Now Singh. A wonderful back flick that will allow Christopher Kamei to come all the way from the left. Another corner. It's turning into a fest of corners here for services. Here comes another lovely cross into the mix. Services controls that. Nice cheeky ball. Received and now sends it even further. And that's gone miles away. This has been an entertaining 38 minutes of action, to be honest. Pondicherry haven't really got themselves rolling. They have struggled until now. And services have been somewhat wreaking havoc altogether. That looks like a decent cross. Controls the ball well enough. Goes out of play. Here's another throw in. Another long ball there coming all the way from the right. Boy Now Singh does well to receive that and now has space ahead of him. Wanted to go for a cross. That's going to be a throw in here in favor of services. They are looking a lot more dangerous. They will keep on knocking on the doors until Pondicherry can come up with something significant in their rear guard. At the moment, services is reigning supreme and they'll not stop. Shorter passes, Boy Now Singh once again. Now all the way back to Zotan Puya. Zotan sends it to the far left. However, that was a slightly overpowered pass. And Boy Now says it's all right. He acknowledges it. This has been quite an excruciating first half so far for Pondicherry. Ideally, their cause of concern is the second half. Because they've always come up short-handed in the second. So obviously a lot will have to be talked about. A nice pass. Services has lots of space. That's a lovely through ball. Just a bit too much weight there. Vijay was out there in the center. Could have tried to go forward for it. But then he instantly realized that the ball was going away. And Shiva Subramaniam, he won't really be faced by opportunities like that. He's had a couple of downfalls, in fact 3 downfalls already today. And now coming from the right is services. Here's a chance. And that's a nice cross attempted. Goal scoring opportunity repelled away. Services not yet giving away. Keeps the ball alive at their feet. And now steers it to the far left. Good ball created. Wonderfully treated forward. And now to the further left. Boy now Singh out there, is it? It's Robinson Singh actually. And the flag's gone up. 41 minutes so far, and Pondicherry has a mountain to climb. Well, in services, they are cruising right now. However, their job is still not done. They like to make a solid statement here. A victory over Pondicherry will give them, or will make it 3 out of 3 for them. Eludes everyone. Now all the way to services at the moment. Who chips it forward, keeps it under control. Nicely done there by P. Christopher Kamei. And coming all the way from the back, Rahul Ramakrishnan. Rahul has a goal already for the day. And it does an excellent one too. That's well done by Christopher Kamei. He goes for the near post. Barely clawed away there by Shiva Subramaniam. In fact, it's gone out of play. But Shiva had his bases covered. This is turning out into one challenge after the other here for Pondicherry. This is absolute rampage altogether from services. And they are coming up really handy. And now they come all the way from the right. Controls it solidly. And this through ball, it definitely had the sense of offside if you would have gone for the ball. And quite wisely, Samir Murmu pulls back from that run-up. Pondicherry sends it further downtown. But not really well connected. That ball was not intended for the player. Was trying to latch onto it. Boynau Singh does well to control the ball. No pressure from Pondicherry whatsoever. And now it's to Robinson Singh, who once again plays another long ball, received well onto the right wing. And now opportunities building once again. Here's a chance for Samir Murmu. Samir Murmu plays it back all the way to the right. And now Robinson Singh. That is a wonderful pass attempted, but not successful enough. Intercepted there by Pondicherry. Square pass. Christopher comes down. Another long pass. It's really good to witness how Christopher Kamei, the captain of services, have played. He's been everywhere. 3 players, if you want to look around for services today, who's actually not considered their positions. They've been all where in the ground. They've been ubiquitous. One of them has definitely been Boynau Singh. He's been running up and down that left wing voraciously. And then you've got P. Christopher Kamei, who's ran throughout the ground. It has felt that he's playing with a cylinder of oxygen on his shoulder. And the other name will have to be Vidyasagar Singh. And a couple of names that should need a special mention has been Rahul Ramakrishnan and Samir Murmu. They have continuously shuffled the sides. They have come from the left to the right and right to the left. And that is what has left Pondicherry with too many questions at the moment. Zoltan Puya has very effectively defended. So all in all, services have really done a wonderful job of keeping Pondicherry at bay. That's a rare miss pass. Pondicherry has space ahead of them. Nicely done, however. Not well collected. And now plays it to the far right. Controls it well enough. Taking their time, one pass at a time. That's a fine ball. Can services latch on to that? And it looks like that it will be taken care of and traded away for a throw in the first place. Quick throw taken. Services do well to control that, but Pondicherry has snatched the possession away. But services do well to wrest possession back in their favour. And now they come all the way from the left. There comes the cross. Well, apologies. It's slightly, at the moment, a bit of a technical difficulties are out there. Played it straight back to the goalkeeper. Can do better here. Short passes now being played. And they'll be happy. Services coming all the way from the right, trying to control the ball. And eventually can be menacing altogether. Another short pass. And that will go straight into the hands of Shiva Subramaniam, who does well to collect it. Nicely received and now chips it forward. Opportunity for services continue. That's another lovely 1-2 being attempted. However, good intervention there from Pondicherry keeps services at bay. The idea is right from services. Do not let your opposition breathe. Keep on unloading your arsenal upon them. Asphyxiate them as much as you can. There's a Pondicherry player down. I think that's a bit of a muscle pull there.
भैया वेट ज्यादा शॉट और ज्यादा जोर
But it's good to see that he's back on his feet. It's Surya Prakash. And now tries to drive. 3 minutes of additional time has been given. Nice short pass once again, pinballed it into the stride of the player from the far left. However, not to be. Pondicherry has hardly had any say whatsoever into the opposition half. Boy now Singh on the ball. Now plays it into the central channel. And with this, we'll come to the end of the first half. It has been an exciting affair for both the sides. And they'll obviously try to score more in the second half. That's a confirmation. Vijay opened the scoring. Rahul Ramakrishnan secured the second. And Samir Murmu made it 3-0.
ना ये ऐसे इजी नहीं है ड्रॉप नहीं है स्टार्टिंग में
We'll try and show you the stats. And there you go. Services 12 shots, 6 on target, 7 corners, couple of fouls for Pondicherry. Just that one shot, none on target. Just that one corner, a couple of fouls as well. 2 free kicks for both the sides. The captain of Pondicherry has been shown the yellow card, and it's the Pondicherry goalkeeper pulling off keeps. And these stats are due by the official broadcasting partner of the 77th NFC Santosh Trophy, Sports KPI, and return with the second half of the contest. Till then, stay tuned. Pondicherry will also make a substitution as well. And with the change happening right now on your frame from the left to the right will be the men dressed in white services, and attacking on your frame from the right to the left. And their signature maroon is Pondicherry. It is going to be Pondicherry that will get us underway for the second half at the GNDU Sports Complex. And here we go. 45 minutes of incessant action begins once again. Pondicherry will like to get an early goal in the second half. That will definitely boost their momentum, make them believe that they can come back as well. But first and foremost, they really need to fix their midfield at the moment. It's all over the place for them. Played it to the extreme left. And now to the center. Shafil on the ball. Plays it further deep. Straight to the goalkeeper at the moment, Syed bin Abdul Qadir. Very rarely had he touched the ball today. A nice square pass. And no hurry up there at all. And it looks like Christopher Kamei has come a long way down. Is it? No, it does. No, it's not Christopher. It's Zotam Puya rather. And now chips it towards the far right. Tries to control that. Well done there by Shafi. And now plays it even further right. Shafil trying to control the ball. Eventually, Pondicherry under the pump from Shafil decides to. It's thrown away. Shafil with the throw. Difficulty altogether. It's a free kick now for services. Once again, it's their captain, Christopher Kamei, who launches in the free kick opportunity at the far post. Heads it agonizingly wide. Golden chance for them to try and launch the ball into the mix. However, not to be. That was a lovely chance. Wonderfully threaded it. They could have done better than that. To the technical glitches altogether. Tries to control the ball and now launches it forward, coming all the way from the left. Does a decent work. It looks like it's Christopher Kamei, is it? No, Christopher Kamei is in the center. They'll go out of play, and that's going to be a goal kick in favor of Pondicherry. Here comes another long ball, and that's gone miles out. All the way to the goalkeeper, Syed bin Abdul Qadir. And now to Vidyasagar Singh. Back to the new player who's come out. Does well there, Pondicherry trying to keep that ball away. Vijay on the ball. Exceptionally well done. Shafil. At the moment, it was Vidyasagar Singh who plays it to the far left. Nicely controlled, but that second touch proved to be the unraveling there for Boinau Singh. And here comes another cross, but a pretty meek cross, to be honest. Comfortably taken care of. Now receives the ball onto the far left. Does well, sends it even further forward. That is excellent work. Now steers it even further. There comes the cross. Opportunity with the goalkeeper out of the line. He sensed that all right, but he was actually looking forward to try and squeeze the ball in if he could. Now jersey number 13 on the ball. There comes the long ranger. And draws it just wide off the woodwork. Sails over, in fact. Now another long ball played onto the far right. Nicely kept in control. Does well at the moment. Chips it further forward. And they reach. Well, it seems like it's not to be. Before services could try and collect the ball, try and send them on another lookout for the goal. The ball's back with services once again. Another long ball launched forward, this time onto the far right. Nicely received by Vidyasagar Singh, but the flag's gone up. Pondicherry just trying their very best to try and control, to try and create something. The problem for Pondicherry has been, despite being defensively solid, well, there's three goals. Obviously, you cannot tell them that they are defensively solid, but at the same time, you need to understand the context of the game, the kind of attack. It's almost a barrage of attacks that has been knitted together by services. And now it's Katir who tries to control the ball. They're up against the captain of services. Here's a throw in for services. Nicely done. Tries to control that ball. Not to be, though. Pondicherry is sniffing out an opportunity. Christopher Kamei now sends it further forward. And it looks like the flag's up. So any which ways they'll have to stall their gameplay at the moment. Another short pass. Steers it further forward. The goalkeeper, for the first time in the day, do we have, or we had to see Syed bin Abdul Qadir darting out of his line to collect the ball. Ideally, he's been very nonchalant. He's been absolutely effortless altogether. And that is because Pondicherry has never really threatened services whatsoever. But for the first time, Abdul Qadir realized that if he's not rushing, Pondicherry may have a free say at the goal. Here's another long ball. Can services control that? Does well actually, Rahul Ramakrishnan. Now goes for that knuckle ball. The first touch is a possible letdown there. Tries to control that, goes out of play. Could have done better than that at least. Christopher Kamei does well. Now plays it back to the central channel, where Robinson Singh is awaiting him. Now Vidyasagar Singh tries to steer past a couple of Pondicherry defenders. That is a lovely through ball. Only if he could have had a bit of perfection in terms of weight, then definitely one of those services players would obviously have given chase there. And it looks like he's gone down and he seems to be in tremendous agony. He'll need some treatment for sure. Yeah, the referee's just held up play. He's gone down. He's contorting in pain. It looks like he's taken a blow to the gut there. And it's good to see that he's back on his feet. Now steers it all the way back to Abdul Qadir. Straight to the goalkeeper once again. Services now just slowing down the tempo. And now a lovely chip onto that extreme far left. Tries to control the ball. However, by the time he could get the ball back in, that has already rolled out of play, thereby a throw in now in favor of Pondicherry. Here comes another long throw there. And it eventually will go out of play. That's a goal kick in favor of services. Very well done. Another nice ball rolled along the carpet. Slowly and steadily, he keeps controlling the ball here and plays it back even further. Another short pass. Christopher Kamei has come way down, gave away the ball here. Opportunity for Pondicherry, but they were very quick to let the ball slide. And another long ball. At the moment, Services is having it too easy. There isn't any challenge. That's a nice long ball. Tries to keep it under control. Goal scoring opportunity. Smashes it onto the side net. That is a brilliant chance. Could have easily tried to flip that into the back of the net. It's just that he couldn't really get himself into the position to try and steer the ball closer enough. He looked close though. Here's another long ball created, and that's gone out of play. Another change happening for Services. So Vidyasagar Singh will be going out of play. And that's going to be a throw in now in favor of Pondicherry. At the moment, after 60 minutes of action, the second half, to be honest, Services have been slightly on the slower side, considering the kind of football that they have played, considering the kind of domination that they have knitted out in the first half. They are a team that can completely obliterate Pondicherry. And now Pondicherry wanted to go for the cross. However, that has been refused. Here comes Services knocking on the doors again. Nice grounded pass there. Steers it further into the central channel. Now towards the far right, where Shafil PP waits for it. A handful of square passes. And now sends it a long way forward. The goalkeeper came out of his line. This time it had to be Shiva Subramaniam, who is emerged as the hero of his side. Sensational stop. All the way back to Services once again from the defense. And this time straight down to the goalkeeper. And now another lovely ball centered into the center. That is a stunning hit. It's just that it was not on target, not really easy to keep those down, particularly when you're taking that long volley. At times it can be very, very challenging. That was a sensational delivery, wonderfully flicked back. And then come a tremendous strike. It's going to be a throw in here in favor of Pondicherry right now. However, the throw didn't really bear any fruit. Now all the way to Pondicherry once again. Comfortable enough, keeps the ball at their feet. Now plays it to the far left and chips it forward. However, straight to the goalkeeper there. No real challenges, no real problems. At the moment, Pondicherry will have to be slightly more active. I'm kind of surprised here that how did Shiva Subramaniam actually try and waste those couple of seconds? It's his team who's trailing. Services will really love to keep on doing what they are doing right now. And to be honest, if Pondicherry wants to take part in that madness, services will welcome them with arms wide open. And Pondicherry now desperate to defend the attack all the way from the left for services. And here they comes, cross! Rattles the side netting though. So close yet so far. It's going to be a goal kick at the moment. Now nicely plays it down towards the far left. Chips it forward. Wonderfully received. There comes the shot. That would have been a brilliant strike. And unfortunately, he ends up entangling one of the Pondicherry players. And as medical help is being needed, here comes the official out. Yeah. It is good to see that he's back up on his feet. That matters a lot more. And this is going to be a free kick here in favor of services. They have quite a few players who are circling around the ball, setting themselves up. It looks like it's going to be Christopher Kamei who's gone for that earlier free kick. Ideally, that should be a outswinger because since he's a left-footed player, he'll have to swing it with an outside curve. Maybe there are a couple of more players. Yeah, there are actually a couple of more players who are out there as well. So it isn't just going to be Christopher Kamei with that free kick. He looks closer to the ball, however. And we're all set for the free kick. There it comes, a lovely chance, and that is a sensational strike. Absolutely glorious, steering into the back of the net like a cannonball blazing through nine pins. The wall, mere spectators here. Christopher Kamei take a bow. We talk about free kicks, we talk about glorious shots. That wasn't really one of those extravagant outswingers. That wasn't one of the most extravagant curlers. It was all about how wonderfully he simply placed that. Just took the outward curve and beat the extended reach of Shiva Subramaniam as services now has a 4-0 cushion. And Pondicherry desperate now to keep the ball at their feet. It looks like the referee's blown the whistle. Look at this free kick once again. The way it curled. In fact, it was coming close to the first post, and by the time of contact, the ball actually rattled into the middle part of the net. That tells you the kind of the venomous swerve that Christopher Kamei laced onto that. And now nicely done there from the sides. Pondicherry does well to keep it under control. Twist and turns a bit. Here's a chance. Lovely opportunity. There comes the shot. However, repelled away. And now services have a break. Can they utilize that? Plays it to the far right. Well received. Who chips it to far left. A nice switch of angles. And Christopher Kamei once again trying to latch on to the ball. But not to be. And services bringing on another change. And another lovely cross looking for space here. Mistake from the goalkeeper. And services has condemned Pondicherry once again. That is sheer madness. It should have been better from Shiva Subramaniam. Came in the place of the first goalkeeper today. But it seems that the result is all the same. Once again, there, that should have been way better from Shiva Subramaniam. Makes a hash of affairs. And eventually, a simple tap in there allows Pondicherry to make it 5-0. In fact, apologies, allows services to make it 5-0. Suddenly, all the resilience, all the resolute resolve has just blown away. And it is Somesh Kothari, the man who found that fifth goal. Pondicherry once again lost the last game 7-1 and are now trailing 5-0. That should very well be somewhat, being practically speaking, somewhat of a farewell bells as well. A nice pass here. Further to the left. And now steers it further forward. Opportunity. Here's a long run coming all the way from Rahul Ramakrishnan. And that has gone out of play. It's going to be a goal kick. Wonderfully body shielded there by services. Wonderfully squares off the player out in the center. Does well to control it and move forward. Nicely chested down. Well intercepted there. Services at the moment. They are not going to give up that easily. They want more goals. And they are relentless. They are unwavering. And they are famished for goals here. And it looks like it's going to be another water break. 73 minutes on the clock. Services do have a 5-0 cushion. And they are happy to keep things as it is right now. Where in Pondicherry, they have been outplayed, outclassed, outgunned. Once again, the players are back in the ground. And nicely done now at the moment. Does well. Another lovely pass on from the far left. Here comes services knocking on the doors, but it looks like the flank's gone up. So it's going to be, I think it's a throw in actually. By the time he received the ball onto the far left and steered center, the ball has already cleared their lines. Oh, that is wonderfully done. Once again from the left, a nice 1-2 shooting space. There comes the shot. Wonderfully tipped away by Shiva Subramaniam. He's made amends for that earlier goal. That could have been a better shot actually. That shot was not well powered. Ideally, if you're powering the shot from that range, that should go into the back of the net. It's understandable Shiva Subramaniam is a tall goalkeeper. So for him, saves like these won't particularly be too tough. There comes another lovely volley, but then drags it wide. At the moment, so many questions here for Pondicherry that they are barely scraping through. It has never felt today that they can actually make things happen. They have been completely out of the hunt. And it looks like Pondicherry will also bring out a change. Just trying to ensure the fact that they also have an attacker in the mix. Coming down the central channel here. Tries to keep it under control. Steers it to the far left again. Nicely shredded into the way of the left winger. And here comes a long ball. Services does well to control that. And now knit it forward, looking for shooting space. This can be a lovely chance. Wanted to come across with that cross. It was a brilliant run from jersey number 11. Unfortunately, all he could do is just ram it into the defender. Ideally, he moved into a very acute angle, trying to flip the ball back in from that range. That's challenging. Shafil PP takes a short corner. Short pass played amongst Rahul Ramakrishnan and Shafil. And now another ball forward, but that has been intercepted by Pondicherry. We are now getting into the final 12 minutes of regulation time. Here comes Pondicherry though. And services will get a free kick in their favor. He was clipped. Now plays it to the far left. Well done. Receives it nicely. And now drives forward. Chips it into the stride, but Pondicherry players do well. He'll have to control that and get it out of play. That was a back pass usually. So ideally when an intentional back pass is being played, you cannot take it up in your hands. And you give out an indirect free kick inside the box. And more importantly, you get booked as well. Nicely done there, Christopher Kamei. He scored a absolute screamer. And now on to the far left. Tries to control. There comes the cross. Opportunity. Glancing header. Not enough power behind it. It looked like the ball was already receding from him by the time he could connect his header. And that is one of the possible reasons why the ball didn't go into the back of the net. That was a sensational opportunity. Nice cheeky pass. Well received. And that isn't the best of receives, however, but then services comfortably, reclaims possession, now plays it onto the far right. Well received there, trying to make his way forward. Rahul Ramakrishnan. Rahul reclaims possession once again. Can he create the pass? Plays it onto the far right. There comes the cross, but the flag's gone up. All the excitement, all the anticipation, somehow it fizzles away. Here's a nice way to receive that. Well done enough. Easy pickings and now lays it forward. And now coming all the way from the left. There comes another lovely cross. Goal scoring chance. And that's a sitter that goes begging. He did wonderfully to reach there, Rahul Ramakrishnan. Unfortunately, couldn't really keep it on target. And there's another player of Pondicherry who's gone down. He'll need some treatment. Back live once again. Nicely chipped forward, plays it towards the far right. Oh, that is a lovely shot! Unfortunate that the ball struck the woodwork. That would have been a glorious finish on the prowl. What a sensational shot! We'll try and show you there. Sensationally received, and there comes the shot. Look at that curl, Somesh Kothari once again. It's just that the ball curled a bit too much and smashed the woodwork. Slightly unfortunate there. And it looks like Services has just waited a few seconds before they pegged that sixth goal into the back of the net. Yeah, once again, Shomesh doing the hard work. The goalkeeper can barely keep it out. And eventually, by the time the rebound came, jersey number 11 comfortably tucked it home from point blank range. Another 6-0 thrashing. And Pondicherry has been ripped apart into smithereens here. This has been an extraordinary outing for Services as Pondicherry keeps on struggling. And this struggle now seems to be perennial altogether. Nicely chipped forward, tries to control that. A push from behind. It's Bikash Thapa who scored who scored that sixth goal. Rather nice cheeky pass. Now knitted together towards the far left. Comes forward slowly and wonderfully played forwards, plays it straight back to the goalkeeper. Once again to the far left, further forward, does well to control it, switches flanks, steers it towards the right. Nicely received there by Shafil. Shafil has a lot of space ahead of him. There comes the cross, takes a deflection, and Pondicherry does well to control it. However, gives the ball away and does well. Now steers it to the far right, and that's gone out of play here. It's going to be a goal kick now for Pondicherry. And it looks like it's going to be a throw in now in favor of Pondicherry. At the moment, whatever Pondicherry has done, they've tried for sure, but there have been time and time again they've got stuck. They have been desperate. A nice pass and a nice pass there from Pondicherry. However, it's taken care of. And now services break free. There's light years of space ahead of them. Wonderfully laid into the path. This can be another goal scoring chance, but drags it wide. So close yet so far for services. And it looks like it's going to be another corner here. It took a deflection along the way. And there comes the corner, sails wide. And it looks like the goalkeeper has actually gone down. And he'll need some treatment here. I think he's copped a blow in the gut. It's good to see that the goalkeeper is back on his feet. Ideally, those injuries can really be threatening. Final minute of regulation time remaining. And now, once again, plays it towards the far left. They're appealing that the flag should go up. It eventually did go up. As things stand, it looks like Around 4 to 5 minutes of additional time will be given at the moment. We've got a scoreline of 6-0. 5 minutes of additional time has been given. Pondicherry does well enough to control the ball, but services well in track, well on track in fact. And now sends it surging forward. The flag's gone up. You'll have to wait. Good cross, but it won't count. That's gone out of play here. Another throw in. Coming all the way from the left, trying to steer into the goal scoring route once again. That's a bit of a push there. The chance still remains, I think, given the fact that there was a push. A foul has been given. .92 minutes on the clock. Services trying desperately to stay on their feet. And it looks like they'll get a free kick from a pretty decent juncture. And it looks like once again it is Christopher Kamei on the ball. Can Christopher strike another gorgeous of those free kicks? Well, it's not going to be Christopher, and it's not going to be gorgeous. That shot for the Stars, and we'll have another effort goes begging. Pretty easy out there. Yeah, this was the miss last time. Final minute of the game coming up. Nicely headed down by services. Once again, plays it back. And now towards the far left. Well received, a couple of passes between themselves. And now chips it forward. Wonderful twist and turn. Very good ball control here. Chances loading. All the way from the right, doesn't control it really good enough. But now falls back for Shafil, who in turn sends a long ball, but by the time he can reach there, that will already go out of play. So as a result, it's going to be a goal kick. Now the short pass easily received, no real challenges, as simple as it gets. And with this, we'll come to the end of this encounter. Services inflicting a 6-0 defeat over Pondicherry for the coastal risers. They'll need some more experience for sure. They tried their very best. That's undoubtedly true. Vijay, Rahul, Samir, Christopher, Somesh, and Vikash found the back of the net for services, wherein for Pondicherry, they did come close on a couple of occasions. Unfortunately, it was not to be. That's the confirmation of the full time score. Services destroyed Pondicherry by a scintillating 6-0 margin. We'll now show you the stats and await the player of the match to be given away. Of course, there are a few contenders for the player of the match award. We've got the likes of P. Christopher Kamei himself. We have got the likes of Vijay. We have got the likes of Boinao Singh, who is throughout the game playing sensationally well. We've got the likes of Shumesh Kothari, who went with a stunning effort. Unfortunately, couldn't find the back of the net. Bikash Thapa, ever since his introduction into the mix, he was also sensational as well. So with all said and done, there are quite a few contenders. That's a statistics altogether. 26 shots from services, 1 from Pondicherry, 10 on target for services, none for Pondicherry, 9 corners for services, just 1 of them for Pondicherry, 5 fouls for services, 7 of them for Pondicherry, 7 free kicks for services, 5 for Pondicherry, a couple of yellow cards for the Pondicherry players, and a red card as well for Pondicherry, and 3 saves from the Pondicherry goalkeeper. 73% ball possession for services, wherein Pondicherry, with a paltry 27%, came up in this game. And the stats are powered to you by the official broadcasting partner of 77th NFC Santosh Trophy Sports KPI. So that is all from the game. Now we'll head to the presentation ceremony, where we'll like to see that who's given away the Player of the Match award.
इस मैच के जो विजेता टीम है वो सर्विसेज है और इस मैच के जो हमारे
Yeah, there's the
मैन ऑफ द
dignitaries
मैच हैं जर्सी
who
नंबर
will obviously have an important role to play,
जर्सी
and
नंबर
it
7
is for their
तो मैं रिक्वेस्ट
chaperonage,
करूंगा
for their
जर्सी नंबर 7
AGs, that
जिसे
games like
जो
these
आज का
are
हमारा
possible.
मैन ऑफ द मैच
The fact that
हमारे
they come together, the fact
आज के
that they
गेस्ट हमारे अर्जुना वाडी
help
सरदार गुरदेव सिंह जी के
in making this
होते
team a
हुए
success. That is how incredible
और
this
इंडिया
entire
एक
footballing circuit
मैन ऑफ द
is.
मैच पेंडिंग
Well,
था
talking about the footballing circuit, India is obviously making gigantic strides.
जर्सी नंबर 17 सॉरी जर्सी नंबर 34
Definitely a lot is to come in India's way as well.
जर्सी नंबर 35 समीर मुर्मू तो मैं दोनों प्लेयर से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि वो हमारे अर्जुना वाडी सरदार गुरदेव सिंह जी गिल उनसे जो है अपना मैन ऑफ का प्राइज लेंगे थैंक यू
And there is the player of the match award. And it looks like it's Vijay who opened the scoring for services, has been given the award for the best player. Excellent display with a calm head and some exquisite finishing. With this, we'll come to the end of the fixture. This will be your commentator Rohit signing off. It has been a pleasure being with you all. Thank you everyone for catching up with us. And obviously, tomorrow will be a rest day. Then on 21st, we'll once again return with a lot of fixtures. So do not forget to tune in to Sports KPI. Till then, take care, stay safe, and wherever you are, be happy. And of course, smile.
आइस बॉक्स चाहिए